Hello everyone, I'm excited to be sharing with you a new video from Planet Zoo 2 that was sent in the new newsletter that we got by email. Now, let's check out this video and see what else we can find. I only watched this like a couple of times before recording this video because I want to experience this with all of you guys because I'm sure that there will be like new details that we can find. So let's dive in. This is the first scene that we have here. So, what can we find? Well, I think this was already in one of the screenshots that we saw or one of the trailers where we have the information stand and the sculptures that we got in the new Planet Zoo update. I really love the entrance and I love specifically these elements, the bench and the trash bin. I think they're awesome, the design. Now, we also see the information stand and of course we see the African theme over here because all of these animals are like African. So let's continue, let's move on. And now we change to another scene. Let's see what we can find here. Okay, so let me zoom in and let's start from here. Well, first of all, I love this like decoration. I think these are pots, but they're sort of like traditional pieces of work like are in the African theme and I absolutely love them. Now, you can see here a statue, like a sculpture of the animal, of the elephant. I really like this one and they've like camouflaged it with the waterfalls. Here we can see a few waterfalls. Beautiful. I'm still curious about the waterfall system. They haven't mentioned the waterfall system, so maybe we're going to have the same VFX improved in the graphics, or we're going to have a new system and they're going to reveal it sometime in the future. I'm hoping that we will get some sort of like a system similar to Jurassic World Evolution 3, but somehow like made more intuitive so that we can customize the layout more easily. But that's just my hope. Let's see what we can get in the future. These are like decorations. I love how they use this to create some sort of like a walkway, an introduction to that area. We also see the staircases with the new pathing tool. And over here, let's see. Okay, we see the giraffe statue. I don't see any more details. Like here we can see the baobab tree, but I don't see any other details. I love this fence. I love how they've included the fence over here. Maybe this is a custom fence, but I don't really think so because like it has all these little details. It could be, but yeah, I don't know. I just love the fence. So let's continue. Okay, now here we can see a habitat. We can see the people walking around here and we can see the fence lining on the sides. This fence is really nice. Like the team, I think, mentioned that all pieces, all the decoration pieces will be recolorable. So it's highly likely that this one will be recolorable too, and the pathing as well. Here we can see the little tiger stretching. I love the stretching animation. It makes it look like a cub, and it is a huge wild predator, but it looks so cute when it's performing this animation. I think now that I see this, I think we also get to see a tiger cub maybe here, but it's not really clear like in the footage that we got, but I think this is the baby. Then we can see here a few trees and I just love how natural overall this scene looks, really. Let's see if we can find anything else. No, I don't think we have anything else. The foliage looks amazing again. I've said it before and I will say it again. So let's continue. And now we see the tiger swimming. Again, I love how the water is reacting to the movement. Just take a look at this one more time. Like the water is actually like reacting to the tiger's movement and to the shape of the tiger, because it's not just reacting as if the tiger was a box with a hitbox. It's actually reacting to the face, to the head, to the muscles as they move. And the team said that the water is now physics-based, so it is amazing. I also love this foliage over here, this little flower, and overall the foliage, I think it's moving with the wind. Let's see. Yep, it is moving. You can see the animation. And that also adds to the realism. I do hope that there will be some way to like toggle foliage movement, because some people like the movement, some people prefer to keep the foliage static, so that would be awesome. Then we can see here the tiger underwater as it's swimming. I love the animation looks really smooth, and also the way the water is reflecting the light. Look at this. Like, this is amazing. Also, let's go to the next scene. We have this viewing gallery, we have the trash bin, and these decorations. I also love the guest. You know that I'm a huge fan of the Planet Games guest style, and I will always say that I want to be a voice for people who love this style. So if you love the style as well, please share it in the comments. I really love the guest style and how they've improved on it, but still kept the charm of the Planet guests and the games themselves. Then in the background, we can see the aviaries and how we can see the mesh generated automatically to tie the poles. Beautiful. Beautiful. Also, I think we can also see here how the terrain is how the path is actually conforming to the terrain here. This is quite a pronounced like hill or downhill, and the terrain, the path is conforming to the terrain really nicely there. We also see the foliage over here and the grass. Beautiful. The next scene is where we can see the secretary bird. Really nice. Love it. She or he is inside. This beautiful bird is inside the aviary. We can see the mesh over here, and people are just watching from the outside, so we can have guests viewing the aviaries from the outside with the glass walls as well. And you can see here that we have some sort of cave. Let's see. Yeah, we have, I think, some sort of cave over here, but we have foliage inside the cave, so I'm not really sure what this was about. But it looks really nice, so we have confirmation that we can create caves with the terrain tool like we did in Planet Zoo 1. And we have some buildings on the back. And overall, I think I also love how the grass, we have like short grass over here that is just starting to grow, and we have longer grass over here that is longer, and we have different patches of grass. You have also different colorations, and how the light is also creating the shadows of the trees. It looks amazing, really looks amazing. Also the animation of the secretary bird, and I think this feeder is also new. This looks like a new feeder for our beautiful secretary birds. Awesome. Then we change scenes, and now we go to the chimpanzee habitats. We see this beautiful pod. I'm thinking I love the pieces. One of the things that I loved most about Planet Zoo 1 as well were the quality, were the pieces, the quality of the pieces, the designs, the uniqueness, and I think they're really following up on that with Planet Zoo 2. We see the foliage, we see the trash bins as well over here. And we see a new type of fence. Maybe this will be a built-in fence. I'm not really sure, but it looks really nice. We have the mesh, we have the pieces over here. And then inside we can see the chimpanzees. Let's go to the chimpanzees. Well, we see the walkway over here, and on the left we can see the climbing frame for the chimpanzees. We also get a look from the back at the little chimpanzee baby. So kitty. Okay, control yourself. Okay, have to go back to my narrator. Feeling bad, just the babies. They're so cute. What can I say? Okay, I think here we also see another baby, and they're using the climbing frame. Also, the climbing animations have been reworked. They said that, they confirmed that in the new zoo tour that we got, and they are looking a lot nicer. Now let's see. I'm always searching for clues. If we're going to get 2 or more habitat gates, that would be awesome if we could have multiple habitat gates for the keepers. I'm always looking for that in the screenshots where I see these gates. I also love the mesh over here that we have as a fence. And let me check what else. Well, I don't think we have anything else in this frame. This at the back, well, it looks like some sort of plaza or something that they've created with a pathing tool. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's continue. We see the chimpanzees using the climbing frames. You can see that this one is sleepy. And we can see they're both using the same piece at once. That is also really nice, dynamic. In this air shot, we can see, well, we see the Maasai giraffes, we see the zebras, we see some enrichment items that we can see over here, and the water trout, I think this is. We see the barrel, some enrichment items for these beautiful animals, and we see them cohabitating. We also see our member of the staff. I love management in Planet Zoo, and I love like keeping my staff happy as well. So for me, just seeing the staff also working in the zoo is amazing as well. And well, I don't think we have anything new here in this shot based on what we've seen so far. So let's continue. I love this scene. It looks like so natural. The giraffe's just there with the zebra. And I can't wait to see the wildlife reserves, really. Also, take a look at these flowers. I love, love, love these flowers. I'm definitely ready to put them everywhere in my zoo. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's continue. We see more zebras. And here we can see more of the pieces of the African theme. First of all, one very important thing. I absolutely love that the staff will now be able to use the benches for resting. We can see one resting over here. This is really nice because they can also take breaks while they're taking care of the animals without going directly to the staff facility. That will be very helpful for logistics and for like management and designing the zoos. Also, I love the bench. Love this one. Look at the tribal patterns. I think they really remind me of Africa. And that's exactly what I'm looking for in a piece with a specific theme. Also love the new lamp posts. We can see them over here. They are sort of like, so this one is different from this one, but they must be recolorable with different channels. Then let's see. We see some patterns over here for the walls. These could be like decals, so I'm not sure. Okay, I love this one. I don't know like how they created this. Maybe this is like modular pieces or a blueprint, but it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The pattern, also the fence. Look at the fence with these like little wooden pieces and the trash bin. I'm noticing that we have a lot of different like trash bin designs, so I think this would be expanded in the game, but I'm really loving the designs that we're seeing so far. Okay, so let's continue. This scene is one of my favorites, and I think I'm going to choose this one for the thumbnail, really. This is like a really nice capturing the mix of the natural world with the actual like zoo and design elements. We can see the elephant statue over here. We have the adult elephants and the little baby elephant. Look at her over here. Okay, get it together. I also love the staff uniform. I also have to highlight that. I love that they're wearing like these hats and they have the Planet Zoo logo over here. I just love overall the design of the guests and the staff in the Planet Games, really. When I see this, it really brings me back to the Planet Games. It makes me think about the Planet Games and that feeling of safety and joy and just going into a world where everything is nice. That is what the Planet guest and staff style make me feel. So with that detour, let's go back. Here we have another pod. I'm really loving the pods. Like, I'm saying pod, but I think these are planters, but they could also work as pods or like sort of like that. But I love the planter. We also see these decorations over here, tiny decorations, but now with the scaling tool. Let's see how people use these pieces. I'm really curious to see that. We also see these rocks over here and people just staring at this beautiful group of elephants. So let's continue. Also love these pots over here. These are pots because they're not carrying like a plant over here. They're not planters, they are pots. Okay, so let's continue. This scene is like priceless. It's beautiful. Seeing the elephants walking together. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And also look at the movement of the tail and the little strands of hair. Like you can see the individual hair strands over here at the end of the elephant's tail. Really beautiful. Really, what can I say? What else can I say? I mean, it is beautiful. Excellent. Then we see another scene. Beautiful scene. Let's check out the details. We have a piece of like banana pieces, and I think this is a pineapple. Really interesting that they're including this. Also, we have some knitted, I think, like pots. We see I think this would be like the information or souvenir stand. And we see someone purchasing something here. We have a decoration pot. We have many pots, many pots. I'm a huge fan of pots, so I'm very excited about this. I think they really bring me back into that African like feeling overall. Great, so then, okay, nope. That is everything in this scene, I think. Also, again, the foliage, which is beautiful. Let's also see this. This is interesting. From this angle, we can see a few new things. Like, okay, these are the sculptures that we got in the Free Planet Zoo update. This could give us a hint. Maybe since this is pink, I'm thinking that this could be potentially a flamingo. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, what do you think this represents? Because this definitely must represent an animal that will be in the game, right? Then we also see these lamps, which I absolutely love. I love the lamps. They're hanging lamps, but I think they like the pattern and the overall design, I think looks great. And I also love these restrooms. Like, they've done a really nice job to like hide the restrooms and decorate them as much as possible. Okay, so let's continue. Then we see the beautiful, I think this is the saltwater crocodile that we've seen so far, but I love like seeing them in the wild and camouflaging and like moving. Like this one is very camouflaged, like really nice. And they're also like on the edge of the water and also interacting with the plants. Let's see how they move. Okay, and then we see an animation of the saltwater crocodile like destroying a piece of meat. Okay, if you are a vegetarian, this is like something that you should definitely skip, but well, saltwater crocodiles are not vegetarian and we have to live with that. So yeah, this is an animation, but the animation itself is like super smooth, super beautiful. And then we go to the underwater view of the African penguin, also beautiful. Let's go back and check this out because it's only like like a second. It's very fast. This over here. Also, notice the light. Like, I'm always surprised every time I'm seeing these videos, like how the light is being reflected on the surface over here on the floor of the water. Like, it is amazing, really. It is amazing. Then here we see I think this is part of a restaurant because they're using like these tables over here. They may also be for resting, but this could be also a restaurant. They could be connected to the restaurant. We have these bins, these decorations. I also love that. I think they've updated the textures on the thatch roof because they look a lot more 3D now. And let's see what else we can find here. I think this is another trash bin. We have a lot of designs for trash bins, really nice. Let's see what we can find in this area view if we zoom in. Okay, it's going to be a bit blurry because I have to zoom in quite a lot here, but let's see what we can find. Well, here we can see the restaurant module from Planet Coaster 2, the one that I was mentioning. I shared a video on this because it was like sort of like visible in one of the screenshots, but here it is fully visible. We can see the tables connected to that restaurant. Really nice. I love the potential of having these restaurants in the game. Then here we can see new pathing. This is the build that we saw in the gameplay trailer, so let's see what else we can find. Here we can see like this beautiful pattern as well. I don't think we've seen the pattern before. We can also see the path over here. The viewing gallery. And I'm just showing you this so you can also check out the details yourself. We can check it out together. Well, overall it looks beautiful. I don't think we have anything new, but overall it looks beautiful. Like, what I love about this park is really how simple it is and yet how beautiful it is. I think it captures that philosophy that they've mentioned of lowering the floor and raising the ceiling. Like if you're just starting out with the game and you want to get familiar with it and build something simple, or if you've been playing the game but you are not really into building and you just want to use blueprints and you want to have fun and take care of your animals and design something simple but yet beautiful, you can do that with the new tools in Planet Zoo, I think, based on what they've shared. They've combined everything that we love about Planet Coaster 2, about Jurassic World Evolution 3, like the brushes and everything, and I think they've really done a great job based on what we've seen so far to actually bring new players and casual players to play the game more. Because I understand that not everyone can have like 100 hours building. And I am a fan of using blueprints as well. Because blueprints, I think, expand your possibilities and your creativity on the days when you're not feeling creative. Like those days when you just want to play but you don't want to build, blueprints are there for you. And I do think that we should be using more blueprints. So I'm going to keep this running, and awesome, great. Very happy to be sharing this with you all and analyzing this in depth. I do think that more news will be coming soon. I don't have any information, but I'm sure that the Planet Zoo team is going to continue the marketing cycle for the game, and I'm very excited to see what is coming. In 3 days, we have the Zoopedia reviews from when I'm recording this video, so stay tuned for that, and I will be covering that on my channel. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.